Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers. His first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's just so funny to see a veteran, a first-ballot Hall of Famer like Aaron Rodgers, at the end of his career, really bounce around and look for that final place that he can make home to kind of go off into the sunset and put a final chapter on what's now a 21-year NFL career. So what are the expectations? I think around Pittsburgh, they expect him to be Aaron Rodgers. I think he's healthy. I think he's motivated. And when he can be out there every single week, there's very few guys who have played the quarterback position better over the history of the league.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. An incompletion. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Jaden Reed on the return for the Pack. Returnable from the 17. And it's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
In motion, it's Golden. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. out of the shotgun. It's low. This one is caught by Reed. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And the Packers first down. A gain of a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Pushed out to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Green Bay.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
There's Kraft, the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
14 more yards.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
14.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. From the gun, it's Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. That's into the hands of his receiver, Skoranek. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw with Warren. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rodgers to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Gainwell. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Steelers.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's a design run. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in.
No gain on the play.
2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and
You
goal.
could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Packers 3.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Golden. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Packer first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Love. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down. And 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter from the 29. Here's 2nd down and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. Throw across his body is complete, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards on that pass play. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going up top again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And this ball's incomplete on 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Paul Melton on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Love to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. How's that for a big decision paying off? A gain of 28 yards on 4th down.
Well, a big roll of the dice here, Mike, and not only does it pan out for a 1st down, but they pick up a whole lot more with that big gain.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
At the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Wilson. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds just a little short. They can pick it up on 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
That's another Packers 1st down.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
In motion, Reed. Jacobs. Touchdown!
that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Packers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action now with Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On the ground, this is Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 23.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Here for Wilson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rupp. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's complete. Calvin Austin. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. free. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This is Dobbs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. They'll set up the screen to Wilson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Wilson, he's got it again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I just love the creativity and what it allows when you have the skill set of a running back like this, that he can line up all over the field. In this last play, Mike, you see him line up in the slot, but he's really capable of running routes from all the different receiver positions, and for a running back to be able to do that, that is a huge weapon. And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Love. On the move left. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
13 yards. And a Packer 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Love. Flush to his right.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. One final throw before the break. Escaping to his left, and he will get into the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good, so add one more. It will take a first-half lead into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Melton now to return. Whoa! And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. They'll run with Wilson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Love. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. A pickup there of 13. First down, Packers.
This is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll run. It's Wilson. He'll work forward for a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He'll swing this one out to Wilson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On comes the Packers punting team. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Tackled by Trey Walker. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Gainwell. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
To throw is Rodgers. That one taken in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers will come back to tie things at 17. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. The RPO, that one is complete. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
3rd and 5. Back to throw is Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The master of play action, Rodgers. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Now Gainwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This one grabbed by Austin. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On the handoff, this is one. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Gainwell. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him out.
A quick throw right side. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
3rd and long for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Gainwell. It is a gain of 16. They get the 3rd down conversion by about a yard.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there in a no zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for them.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers move out in front, 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Packers offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. There's that man again, another catch.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A carry here for Wilson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
2nd down the row for Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers are going to get the ball to start the 2nd quarter as time expires here in the 1st. First and 10, and the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
A gain of 9.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Here's Warren. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
27, Packers 17.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession.
27-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Now Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Love to throw. Forced out wide. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a 1st down.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. To throw is Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
McManus on for the point out. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd down, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Warren. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
39-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Wilson.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Love. This one complete down the field to Golden. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Packers.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
6-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3. In motion goes Dobbs. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's Love. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. On the ground, it's Wilson. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Love. There's that man again, another catch.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run here with Wilson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. First and goal, the quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
Wilson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rob. He puts it up, and it's caught. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers have taken a 4-point advantage.
31. Steelers 27.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now Rodgers. Quick slash into the hands of Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. And a good run there. They'll get him 5 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now, second and 4. They'll drop to throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Like, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But one first down will essentially end the game. Throwing is Love. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And Instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. We'll go play action with Love. This one is caught by Reed. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break.